Coach, can you give your thoughts on this week's regatta?
Sure. Well, first of all, we're excited to be here. This is something that we work all year for. We think about the IRA Regatta. We had a really good preparation the last 3 weeks since the Eastern Sprints. So I think the guys are really prepared for it. They're rested and ready to go.
And then last week you spent some time in Dartmouth training instead of staying at home. What was the thought behind that, and did you really think it really helped the team?
My thought is that from Eastern Sprints, we have about 3 weeks in between our Eastern Sprints and the IRA Regatta, and I just think 3 weeks of the kids staying on campus without school, it's easily become distracted or just lose focus. It's something that I've wanted to do since I've been here, and we got up to Hanover, New Hampshire. It was a camp environment. We all stayed in the same place. We ate all our meals together. The water was perfect. I thought it was a great team bonding experience, and I just thought every row was focused. The water was great, and we came out of there. The guys felt really prepared. So I think it was just a good way to just kind of sequence into going from there to right to Camden and get ready to race.
And going into this weekend, what are your expectations? What are your goals? There's been some good performances over the past 3 years, but then also there's been a couple of lapses. What do you want to see this weekend?
Well, I'd like to see everyone. We're just taking it one race at a time, but I'd like to see everyone advance into the semifinals. I think it's I think at this level, you could be 1 or 2 seconds away from winning the medal, and if you're on the other side of that, you could be in the petite final or even the third level final. But I'd like to see all our crews. I feel pretty good about all our crews making it into the semi, whether we have to go to the rep or not. But I just would like to see a solid performance for the whole team. Obviously we look for individual performances, but I'd love to be able to come out of here with, as a team, overall, with all our boats being in the top 6 for this points trophy.
And then looking at the varsity 8, the top boat, they had a couple of cup victories. Had a disappointing morning result at the Eastern Sprints, but then won the petite final. The last couple of weeks, how have they been progressing, and do you think they're in the right position to make a run this week?
Yeah, I think they're in the right position mentally to make a run. I think the biggest thing about our race at Eastern Sprints when we won the petite final is that I just, a couple of guys, came up to me afterwards and said, we finally learned how to race, and I think that was the biggest thing. And at this point, we're well trained, they're fit. They row well technically, and this race for all the crews is more about who wants it the most. And I feel our guys kind of have that hunger in them right now. For some of these guys, it was disappointing last year for our final race after a good regular season. And I've come into since I've been here, we've come into the IRA where we didn't really have a good dual season and really did well at the IRA. So. Anything can happen, but I think our guys are in the right frame of mind. They really want to perform, so I think they're ready for it.
And then the freshman 8, this is obviously their first time at a national championship event. Where do you think they are right now?
I think they're in a good spot as well. I think since sprints they're rowing better. They can row a higher rating. They're really. I think they've learned how to race in the last 3 weeks as well. So I'm excited to see all our boats go, and at the same point, I'm sure all the other schools are feeling like they've hopefully picked up speed as well between sprints and IRAs. So it proves to be some really good racing here.
And then one of your missions when you first got here was to really build depth in the program. Your thoughts on the 2V8 and the V4 boats?
Well, I think the 2V is a good boat as well. And I think when you talk about depth, I think if you're able as a team to be in that top 6, the points trophy is based on how your 1V, your 2V, and your 1F do, based on placing. So I think any time that you get those boats, as a team in that top 6, I think it shows some good strength. And I think also, as we saw at Eastern Sprints, there really wasn't one crew that was dominating across the board like in the past. Maybe Harvard had won the 1V, the 2V, and the 1F, or Brown. I think there's a lot of scattered results of where those boats finished. So I think we have good depth along the board. Our 4 is made up from guys that were in our 3V this year, and younger guys. So I think it's a good opportunity to just to give them another racing experience. And I think at this point, racing is what it's all about.
And then finally, you've competed at the elite level. You've been to the Olympics as a competitor. As a coach, though, what's it like coaching at a national championship event?
It's more nerve-wracking than rowing, that's for sure. I always felt when I was competing, as soon as I got hands on the boat and put the boat in the water, I felt I was calm. But I feel like, there's nothing I can do. And with the guys at this point, in the sense of just, I keep telling myself that internally I feel pretty good, in the sense that I think we're well prepared, and it's just excitement and anticipation about watching them race.
All right, thanks, Coach, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.